A lovely warm welcome to the news on Zanis. To present it, my name is Kalan Muchima. But first we go look at the headlines. Zambia's first wheat harvest launched in Mpongwe. US commits $20 million towards Zambia's GBV fight. UTH Nyolento ward refurbished. Plus RIA electrifies some districts. And now the news in detail. President Hakainde Hichilema has launched the first harvest of the Zambia wheat project in Mpongwe district. The wheat harvest is part of Zambia's $100 million United States investment in expansion of crop production. The investment is expected to increase crop production, boost national food security, and enhance job creation through value addition.
Thank you for walking the talk on the pledge you made of investing here $100 million. And we can see that you are walking towards actualizing that pledge, that commitment. And I invite other investors to walk through their commitments as well and not limit their pledges. Congratulations for that as well. I must also thank you for yet another factor that this government is pushing on. That is mechanization. Zambia, thank you again for answering the call of this government that to grow this economy, to create jobs, to create business opportunities for people to supply goods and services, we need to focus on not just primary production, but value addition. What you are investing in there, in the wheat mill, in the processes already, Novatech, which is basically stock feed manufacturing, is a great story of value addition.
It is only right that we extend our heartfelt gratitude to the new Dawn government for cultivating an enabling environment that has and is facilitating investments in agriculture and promoting value addition. The government's steadfast support and well-fertilized policies have played an instrumental role in the growth of the local agriculture sector, as well as improve the viability of companies operating in the agro sector.
Meanwhile, President Hakainde Hichilema is tomorrow, Friday, September 29th, expected to grace the Zambia Correctional Service pass-out parade in Kaoma district of Western Province. ZCS Commissioner General Frederick Chilukutu has announced that the president is expected to grace the event to be held at Nyango Correctional Staff Training School. Here's a report.
After 9 months of intensive training, these men and women are ready to serve Mother Zambia. Over 1,000 are expected to pass out at an event to be graced by President Hakainde Hichilema.
We have invited the head of state, who is Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces and the Security Services. So Mr. President Hichilema is coming tomorrow to officiate at the function. We must mention also that this has been the biggest team that has ever graduated in the history of the service.
Preparations to host this event have advanced. The trainees have rehearsed to perfect the procession.
We are very prepared. I think you saw that we're just doing our final touches to the ceremony or the parade. We are set. We are waiting for the day to arrive tomorrow. We are very set. Everything is in place. I think we are comfortable and looking forward to Friday tomorrow.
Parents and guardians have been invited to witness the pass-out, which will be held at Nyango Correctional Training Center. Sheila Maswa reporting for Zanis in Kaoma, Western Province.
Now, government has continued providing military personnel to the Southern African Development Community SADC mission in the Cabo Delgado province of Mozambique to help restore peace in the area since 2021. As a result, another team of officers from the Zambia Air Force have arrived in Mozambique. Our staffer Sande Bwalia is in Mozambique and now brings us this report.
As a continuation to providing peace and security in the Cabo Delgado province of Mozambique, today another team of staff officers from the Zambia Air Force, ZAF, has arrived in the area to take over from their fellow troops on a rotational basis. The plane carrying the Zambian military personnel touched down at Pemba Airport, Cabo Delgado province of Mozambique, at 10:16 hours. Incoming country senior to SADC mission in Mozambique explained the expectations of the new team in fostering peace and security in the region.
Expectations as we come to this mission is basically to see an improvement in the peace scenario that is in this area. I think as the military professionals we are here to add on to what our colleagues who are going have been doing in ensuring that peace returns to this region of Mozambique. And also we look forward to cooperating with all the other forces from the different countries that are here. We are a professional force, we'll do our best to ensure that the objectives of the mission are met within the time frame stipulated by the powers that be.
Going country senior to SADC mission in Mozambique gave an insight of their contributions to the SADC mission in Mozambique.
Being able to carry out our duties and tasks and responsibility as per mandate, and at this juncture we wish to just implore the new team that is coming in to remain focused, disciplined and alert in that they are in a battle area, and that the mission area requires their full participation in all activities that the mission assigned to them, and they are to support the mission leadership as well as the force leadership in undertaking their various responsibilities as they represent the Zambia Air Force as well as Zambia at large.
A lot of successes have been recorded so far in the Cabo Delgado region in terms of restoring peace and stability. For Zanis in Cabo Delgado province, Mozambique, I am Sunday Warrior.
The United Nations has committed 20 million United States dollars towards a sustained fight against gender-based violence in Zambia. Spotlight initiative under the Office of the UN Secretary General, Senior Advisor and Head of a Technical Unit, Erin Kane, made the pronouncement when she met Gender Division Permanent Secretary in the Office of the President, Mainga Kabika, in New York, United States. Pethias Mutale brings us more in this report.
In Zambia, the fight against GBV has been intensified, and Spotlight initiative under the Office of the United Nations UN Secretary General has committed 20 million United States dollars to fight GBV in Zambia. Spotlight initiative Senior Advisor and Head of Technical Unit, Erin Kane, made the pronouncement when she held a bilateral meeting with Gender Division Permanent Secretary in the Office of the President, Mainga Kabika, in New York, United States of America.
You know, in the past in our country, politics was actually driven with violence, you know, and that deterred a lot of women from participating in politics. And the president has now just put his foot down and has brought this to a stop. Because he says, you know, like there's no longer, like whenever we have by-elections now, then there's no violence. And we're just hoping that in the next general election, we're actually going to have more women participating in decision-making positions.
Country programs that respond to the specific needs of your countries. And for Zambia, I was looking a little bit at what's been proposed. It looks like a $20 million proposal, which makes a lot of sense for the size of your country and for the needs. And also, I think, given the fact that you've got so many things in place already, to amplify what's happening already.
And Ms. Kabika was more than happy for the engagement with Spotlight initiative.
So that is one of the greatest things that we have. We have the political wing, we have all the supports that we need. And then we obviously don't work alone. We get quite a lot of support from cooperating partners as well as the civil society.
With this global support in GBV fight, those in the habit of engaging themselves in GBV activities, their days are numbered. Pethias Mutale for Zanis News in New York, United States of America.
In business news, Minister of Finance and National Planning, Stumbeko Msokotwane, is expected to present the 2024 national budget to Parliament, and a number of expectations have been raised. In Siavonga, for instance, some civil society organizations expect government to consider increasing more allocation to social protection programs. From Southern Province, Mukwengu Shampande now reports.
The 2024 national budget is an important national document that sets the country's economic direction and development. Stakeholders, including civil society organizations, have aired their expectations.
Expecting that the government is going to increase. We know the government is doing a very commendable job, especially the new Don government. But we still need to appeal that the budget should be increased on issues to do with the girls' education.
We also would have loved to see some little increment towards community development and social service. Because we are feeling it's okay that we are getting these little amounts, but the fact that fuel is not going down, fuel is getting up. It means all our needs, prices are getting up. And the most people who are really feeling it bad are us who are disabled.
And the business community also shared their expectations.
Fiero ya kwera kupezi kuti business tankala affected nkani ya fiero price bantu lokabauza nice tifakire kwa fiero ya kwera bantu sibavomera badandaula ngambati tilibe drama so tipempa nice pankani ya fiero government yanganepo maningi kuti chame badandaula bantu ni chani ni nkani ya fiero.
I'm appealing to the government, please come in. The youths are very creative here, but now the problem, there are no investments, so you find that youths, they are now involved in drugs.
Kwengu Shapande, Zanis in Siavonga District, Southern Province.
Still in business news, Western Chamber of Commerce and Industry is hopeful that the 2024 national budget will help the region contribute more to the gross domestic product GDP of the country. Western Chamber of Commerce Secretary Samuel Litevele says he expects the budget to focus on the major activities happening in the province, such as livestock rearing, cashew and rice farming, among others. Mr. Litevele has since expressed concern at the bad state of the road, which he says is hampering trade. He has explained that most of the goods and services coming into the province are received via the line of rail, which is almost impossible now due to the bad state of the road. Mr. Minister of Finance and National Planning, Stumbeko Msokotwane, is this Friday, September 29th, expected to present the 2024 national budget. We now take you in Muchinga province, where the District Commissioner Yove Goma has applauded the positive impact that the Transforming Landscapes for Resilience and Development project has made in the district. Mr. Goma says the projects have positively transformed the lives of the beneficiaries through various agriculture ventures funded by the World Bank Group. Henry Lumpa has the rest of the details.
Their continued tour of projects under the Transforming Landscapes for Resilience and Development trailered. This team from the World Bank mission also took time to visit this citrus fruit plantation in Isoka district, which responds to one of the project's components of resilience and climate change. Here, the team encouraged this cooperative to continue with its positive approach towards climate change and protection of the environment through tree planting.
Encouraging to also note that you've started the benefit sharing. Sure. I think for a group like yours, it's important that people begin to see the benefits. Sure. So we like that we see that that is already being thought of. Sure. People are not waiting until the end for them to see the results. Otherwise, we count you as a champion for this project and a champion for the message that this project actually has to offer.
In wrapping up their tour after visiting this bulking center, which is almost complete, the World Bank expressed delight with the project implementation across Muchinga province when they paid a courtesy call on the Provincial Deputy Permanent Secretary at his office.
From the bank side, we've also been very impressed by the work done here, and what we've seen these past few days shows that we've targeted investments and support the communities, these two objectives can be maintained.
Meanwhile, the provincial administration is grateful for the positive report.
I'm glad that you have already been in the field and sampled 3 out of the 6 implementing districts including this mission. We defined actually or detailed the presentation for the mission to have a full picture of where we are and in terms of project implementation.
Henry Lumpa Jr., Zanis in Chinsali, Muchinga Province.
Now, the Ministry of Health has officially handed over the refurbished neonatal unit at the University Teaching Hospital's Children's Hospital. Speaking in a speech read on her behalf by Lusaka Provincial Health Director Samulyamana Jongo, Minister of Health Sylvia Masebo says the UTA Children's Hospital plays a vital role in safeguarding the health of the nation's children. Muna Mbonge brings us more in this report.
The year spanning 2021 to 2022, Zambia witnessed a notable surge in the number of neonatal admissions at the University Teaching Hospital, UTA Children's Hospital. This compelled government, with support from UNICEF and Swedish International Cooperation Development Agency, SIDA, to refurbish and equip 7 neonatal intensive units across the country at a total cost of $1.5 million United States dollars. Minister of Health Sylvia Masebo, who was represented by Lusaka Province Health Director Chongo Simulianamana, has officially handed over the rehabilitated neonatal intensive unit at UTH Children's Hospital.
So this UTH Children's Hospital stands first as a beacon of hope and healing, serving as a premier pediatric referral center in the country. This institution plays a vital role in safeguarding the health of our nation's children from the ages of 0 to 16 years, encompassing not only the entirety of the country, but also offering its services to the broader Southern African region.
And funders of the project explains the importance of neonatal care.
Recognizes the urgent need for action to end preventable maternal, perinatal, and newborn deaths in Zambia. Although some progress has been made, newborn mortality remains unacceptably high in Zambia. This indicates a need for enhanced investments in the quality of care around childbirth and care of small and sick newborns.
Without a doubt, the refurbished and equipped NICU, neonatal intensive care unit, being handed over today is very timely, as the government through the Ministry of Health and with support from partners have developed standards of quality of care for small and sick newborns in health facilities. And if well implemented, these could result in the reduction of neonatal mortalities from the current 27 per 1,000 live births, according to the Demographic Health Survey done in 2018, to the target of 12 per 1,000 by 2030, which is a...
Meanwhile, UTH Children's Hospital Senior Medical Superintendent thanked government and its cooperating partners for the gesture.
It took a lot of critical thinking and change in strategy. And the final dream was to try and have all neonates within the hospital under one roof. And there started the work which we've come to witness today. And of course the elephant in the room was funding. And to our rescue was the Ministry of Health and cooperative partners, particularly SIDA and UNICEF. And this assistance has gone a long way into bringing today a reality.
This initiative of refurbishing neonatal intensive units aligns seamlessly with the Ministry of Health's 2022 to 2026 National Health Strategic Plan, which seeks to extend universal health coverage through decentralized care and services. Muna Chiwende for Zanis in Lusaka.
Still in health matters, Eastern Province has from January 22nd to August 2023 screened about 42,000 women for cervical cancer. 1,005 have been treated for pre-cancer lesions, while 458 have been treated for suspected cancer. Meanwhile, health authorities in the province say efforts to fight cervical cancer have heightened, with the screening and treatment sites having been increased from 17 to 50. More in this report.
Cervical cancer screening is one of the interventions
used in the fight against cervical cancer, as it helps with early detection for successful treatment. In Eastern Province, over 41,000 women were screened for the disease between January 2022 and August this year.
From January to December of 2022, we had the following in terms of patients that were screened or clients that were attended to. So we had a total number of 21,576, and these were screened for cervical cancer in that year. And then out of this, we had about 96% that actually were screened negative. So this gives you a figure of about 20,798. And then out of this same figure, we had about 2.2% that were actually found with a precancerous lesion. So a precancerous lesion is basically almost an abnormality which was actually discovered during the screening. And then out of this, we also had about 1.38%, and these are ones that we think have some form of cancer. So as of the year 2023 so far, we've screened about 20,166.
Chipata Central Hospital is at the center of this fight.
We do cervical cancer screening, also treat the precancer lesions, those that we find to be having lesions that are treatable from here. So those with confirmed cancers, we refer them to UTH Lusaka.
The fight against cervical cancer in the province is being promoted by many successes.
The past 2 years, we've had only 10 districts which were actually providing cervical cancer screening services. So right now in 2023, we have all the 15 districts actually providing this. So this is a great achievement. We also have noticed an improvement also in the patient turnout. So more patients are coming in, more people are coming in to test for cervical cancer. And at the same time, we've also oriented and trained enough providers.
Human papilloma virus vaccination for eligible girls is another intervention being used in the continued fight against cervical cancer. Abigail Kashweka reporting for Zanis in Chipata District.
The district administration in Masaiti has given Nelcat Metals management a 7-day ultimatum to ensure measures are put in place at the industry to safeguard the health of its workers. This follows reports that employees at the industry are being exposed to lead, which has been affecting their health. Here's a report.
Saiti District Commissioner Eni Matutu, in the company of government officials, have visited Nelcat Metals Industries, which deals with the refining of lead and processes it into metal and aluminium. Ms. Matutu is concerned with the condition under which the employees at the industry are working in. She has since asked management at Nelcat Metals to improve on the safety of the workers.
As much as we appreciate employment, we want people to survive. You find them in good condition. Poor, yes, but they can live longer. We're talking about life. We can be employed, we don't have to die. We can create aluminium, we can create lead, whatever, and we sell. We never create a human being. So, we can't have a company which will be subjecting people to danger, and we are seated. One day, people will cry on government to say, not doing fine, not checking on your people. Not until occupational health comes in to stop even the operations. It's not health. I'm uncomfortable as DC.
And the employees are worried that too much of exposure to lead can cause health complications to them.
Icho bachiranda sana pakulwala pakweba lead tuomba na lead muno ilengira mafupa. So nomberingi tulisa mukupata problem ya kweba ti umuntu limbyalingire mu plant muno alebomba taya ku blood test tabamupima ero nomba batupera mashoti term contract. Ila contract inga yapo nga balefu aya tekibakiteri nyo. So uli omuntu nishi ali affected na lead aya kunse ero kunse kuliopo aya nomba limbyubulwe lero bwachiramu ala survivor shan. So apo tulero mboku tuafirisha nga chakweba tibonse fwe bali muno batufwaira fedei moya kututwala ku kuma blood test batumona efo tuli status efo iri ne fino fondi tefo na ishire mukubomba muno nali wa kuchinchira but nge mfo mubiri buli wiki reason pantu nde bombo muri chemical so no mbalira bantamfya naya kunse ngamba kesa mukunja fwanga nafuma muno ni banani.
Meanwhile, management at Neocant Metals has promised to work on the concerns by government.
We are ready to comply with everything. Till now we have been with Zema, we have been complying with everybody, even boss comes here. We have been complying. Whatever the health said, made new offices, shift the canteen, make new toilets. We have done everything. We have made the new shed this side and that side. We'll even do new floors. We'll start sweeping. We are ready to comply, madam. We are not going against anybody.
Kwachi Chanda, Zanis, Masaiti District, Copperbelt Province.
Zambia's ambassador to South Korea, Andrew Banda, says Zambia's participation at the just-ended World Summit Sustainable Cities Organization, WEGO, General Assembly, is a milestone in enhancing the country's information and communications technology ICT sector. Mr. Banda said the event created a platform for exchanging ideas with players in the ICT sector. He said the Zambian mission ensured that Zambia was not left out behind by seeing to it that the country participated for the first time. Speaking in an exclusive interview with Zanis in South Korea, Mr. Banda said Zambia received international exposure despite the country not minting an award.
The feeling is very good. For me, what makes me excited is that first for the initiative for you to come and for the team to come and participate in this the WEGA event, the General Assembly, came from this mission. I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud in the sense that our team has been exposed to high-level people that are experts in this particular field. Smart cities, e-governance, and ICTs. I'm very glad that they were able to interact with high-level people from different parts of the world, mayors, who have advanced in this particular technology. You can't have it any better than that.
Now, electrification of the 33 kilovolts electric grid in Insama district has commenced, and the Rural Electrification Authority REA has awarded a contract to Latu Energy Solutions Limited under Phase 1 at a cost of over 17 million kwacha. Helen Walia has more in this report.
Electricity is crucial in a community for several reasons, among them powering homes, appliances and machinery. These shop owners and hairdressers in Insama district, some of whom rely on solar energy, narrate the challenges they face due to non-availability of electricity in Insama town.
When it comes to running and actually photocopying, turakwata businesses ayakulu marasanga ati pautiro kwishefi inchito yara kokolo kubomba. If we have bigger machines, it will also mean that we are going to reduce on the price of doing business.
Turafuwa malaiti pauta ture bomba buino fintu filia pantanshi. Ambanga takuli malaiti lingina abantu balaka bilokulu ko lushi. Amba kumulandu wa malaiti tatukwanishwa kubomba.
However, help is on the way as Rural Electrification Authority has awarded a contract to Latu Energy Solutions Limited to commence works on the 33 kV electric grids under Phase 1, where power will be tapped from Munsumbu substation to Tishela Primary School.
This project involves the construction of a 33 kV line, which is starting from Sumbu area up to Tishela Primary School. And from Tishela Primary School, we are supplying the actual school together with 19 staff houses.
The first phase of the electrification program for Insama district will go over 17.2 million kwacha and is expected to be completed within 9 months.
Every promise that was made by His Excellency President Hakainde Hichilema will be delivered. This I can assure you. Tomfane meshi iringa 9 tatufuile twasasa ngati 9 yasanguka 18 or 9 yasanguka 12.
And the local authority is excited about this development.
This is a most exciting program or project that government has ever given a gift to the people of Insama. Nomtengo uli 17,213,000.
Helen Bwalia for Zanis in Insama district, Northern Province.
Further in the news, Czech Republic Ambassador to Zambia, Pavel Prohaska says the government will support construction of schools and skills development workshops in selected rural communities of Zambia to help youths acquire skills centered on agriculture and rural development. Here's a report.
A skills training workshop born out of friendship between the Czech Republic and the local people of Kashitu in Kaprimposhi district. This is a model that the Czech Republic now wants to popularize in selected rural parts of Zambia to train locals in various skills. Czech Republic Ambassador to Zambia Pavel Prohaska has commissioned the skills training workshop where 15 local youths have already been trained in brick making using local materials.
This project is in the area of education because it helps for the local people to acquire specific skills, how to produce bricks and how to be employed in a construction. I think it's a starting point here in Kashitu because we have plans to make a follow-up to these projects. We would like to just next year to continue and build another building here in this area.
The workshop will serve as a production unit of materials to construct the first ever secondary school in Kashitu ward.
Our objective was that before we start with the secondary school buildings, we would provide the local community with a workshop for metal fabrication, for carpentry, and also for brick making, to create an environment that can create new possible business opportunities, new jobs, and also to create a good environment for the future carpenters, for the future bricklayers, and also for the future metal fabricators to be their background.
The local leadership is elated about the development.
As a government, this is what we want, because we cannot just depend on the CDF. So if we can have such projects in the district, I think our country at large and the district at large will be improved.
Carlos Zanis, Kaprimposhi.
Imparting entrepreneurship skills enables pupils develop the foundation needed to succeed in an increasingly global and dynamic economy. Electoral School in Makeni believes that through entrepreneurship skills, learners will be able to understand value to products and ensure effective marketing. Samuel Hangandu gives us more in this report.
Low levels of entrepreneurship skills has been identified as one of the causes of unemployment and underemployment among youths in the country. Thus, imparting entrepreneurship skills in pupils enables them to develop the foundation needed to succeed in an increasingly global and dynamic economy. Electoral School in Makeni believes that through entrepreneurship skills, learners would be able to understand value addition to products and ensure effective marketing. School head teacher Victor Sigabuba explains how over the years the school has been advocating and promoting entrepreneurship among learners.
As a school, we want to offer holistic education to our learners, which involves the aspect of entrepreneurship. As you are aware, our Republican president is passionate about this entrepreneurship development, and that is why he has created a ministry that will look at the development of entrepreneurship in our country.
Mr. Sigabuba has called on government and parents to ensure that children acquire entrepreneurship skills at a tender age in an effort to make them understand how the employment market is shrinking.
The advice I would give our parents is that gone are the days when we take children to school so that they could become doctors, they could become engineers, they could become teachers, they could become nurses. Look at our job market. Our job market has shrunk significantly. But when children are given these life skills, and then they are also helped to use them to make a living out of that, our youths will be able to be helped in this way.
And showcasing their products, learners from Electoral School explained how creativity and innovativeness are indispensable elements in a business landscape.
Me and my sister are working together. We made school sets out of books and pencils, and we just painted them and decorated them to make them look even better. And we also made trays out of cardboard, and we just put some chitenge on to make them look better and nicer. We also made dolls out of materials, and we just cut some socks to make for them dresses. And we also have pillows and runners. We just made them out of materials and we stuffed them up.
I'm selling a kitchen utensil holder, which was easily made out of bottles, which you can use at your dining room in case you need to put your forks, spoons, and knives, table knives. Then here I have a jewelry holder where you can put your jewelry, such as neck chains, rings, watches, makeup, anything you want.
Samo Hangandu reporting for Zanis in Lusaka.
That item brings us to the end of the news, but before we go, a quick look at the headlines once more. Zambia's first wheat harvest is launched in Impongwe. US commits $20 million towards Zambia's GBV fight. UTH Nyolento Ward refurbished. Plus RIA electrifies Zambia district. That's the end of the news. Thank you so much for joining us. On behalf of everybody involved in this production, my name is Kala Mchima, wishing you God's blessings. Bye-bye.